The time for investigation is over. Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Danganronpa. It's trial time! Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. You heard all my speculations at the end of last episode. And I still have no idea which one is even possible to be possible. So, let's just get in here and start figuring this out. Because at this point, I have no idea. Wait, what? Whoa! Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go after together? It's just the two of you? Huh? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But, we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10. Huh?
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... There he is. Or what?
What?
Jesus, man! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
What?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive.
We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Son of a bitch. And this is part of my conspiracy theory. If one of them is dead, then where's the other one? That's what I was thinking. Like, if Kyoko's not the one that's dead, then where's she at? Doesn't she have to be present for the trial? Or if the other one's dead, how come... Or if Kyoko's dead, and how come the 16th student never had to participate in the trial? That's another thing I was wondering about, too. Or maybe they did the whole time. I don't know. This is like I said, there's a lot of conspiracy theories in my head. I want to hopefully get some more clarity after this trial. Let's just keep going. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
Is this Kyoko? If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
Holy shit, it is. And that changes everything I said last episode. Well, not everything, but it definitely rules out some of the stuff I said last episode. The fact that she's even alive, obviously. Okay, so let's keep going with that. And no rules been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No, man, that's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You'll need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? The music here, by the way, is fucking awesome. I like this song that just kicked in. Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
Huh. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, man. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Ka, who knows what might happen to us if we take too long? I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. For real though, what the fuck? Where you been? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Holy shit, is that what the key was for? That's awesome. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Huh. Interesting.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, let's be honest. She doesn't know who she is, right? If that's actually true, then it's crucial because she's trying to figure out who the hell she is. That's why it's crucial for her.
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? No. You're just not thinking about it the right way. Anyway, being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator, and here we go, baby. And the door slid shut, and the elevator has exactly the same amount of people as it had on last time. Anyway, this time the clunking was loud to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Whoa!
I can't wait! I can't
Ah! I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show.
And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Let's get prepped, baby. Anyway, I was just when the lights came on, it was like, what the fuck? Because this place was all fucking fancy, colorful and shit. I don't remember it being looking like that before. Anyway, let's go over our truth bullets one last time. Monokuma file. Okay, so we don't know who the victim was because they're all burnt up from the blast. They were dead before that. Dead from a single stab with a knife, completely through the body. Also, they had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Body was covered with wounds, but these were at least several days old. Okay, so there's wounds on the body. Interesting. Alright. Anyway, then there's the exploded body. Blah, blah, blah. Half beyond recognition. The upper half was on fire. It was wet, and the bottom half was still dry. Got it. Fake nails. That's all you really need to know. There's long red fake nails. There's a tattoo of a dog on the right hand. There were some fragments of the bomb from Monokuma's mechanical body or whatever, the bomb that they found in there. There was a fragment of it, so we know where the bomb came from. Sprinklers go on at 7:30 every morning. Okay, this is like a bunch of time frames. 7 a.m. was the morning announcement. 7:30 is when we went to the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 we met at the gym, and then we went to the headmaster room, and then at 9 is when Toko found the body. Knife at the crime scene. It's the same one that Toko found on the 5th floor, and then she gave it to me. The tarp, it was wet on one side and dry and clean on the other. So that makes me think it was covering the body when the sprinklers went off. Anyway, chicken coop, there was 5 chickens originally. There was 4 after the thing. Byakuya was telling us everybody had airtight fucking alibis. Body before the explosion. There was a mask. And the knife had been thrust into the abdomen. There were blood stains around the wound, but no puddle of blood. Remember this. Mukuro Ikusaba, we learned, is the ultimate soldier. Remember, I was questioning why they're the ultimate soldier when Hyoko called Mukuro the ultimate despair. Interesting, right? Anyway. Yeah, so they're basically part of a military crew called Fenrir or whatever. Monokuma was talking about the 16th participant thing. I guess that's going to be a detail we need to know. There's the woodblock key that we got for the lockers in the dojo that had titanium arrows in it. And there's 10 arrows. I don't know what significance those have yet, but maybe it'll become clear as we go. Then there was also bloody duct tape. Huh. That's also interesting because I don't know what the hell. These two details I'm not sure about, but I'm sure something will clear up by the time we go. And then we also have Kyoko talking about Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to anything. All right, cool. Presents, report card. I don't think we need any of the rest of the shit. We just need to go to the skills because I have some new ones. I only have 19 SP though. Man, I was hoping to get to 20. That way we'd have 3 more. But we didn't. Alright, well, what new abilities do I have? I have this bullet capacity one. I have the lock under 2 statement one. Oh, I didn't get any new abilities? Oh, well then I don't care. Because the abilities I have so far are good enough. Yeah, I'm fine then. I didn't get any new abilities and we're good. The abilities I'm not using are nice, but I don't need them. You know, multiple targets, more bullets and
Let's
stuff.
begin with a basic explanation of the
Yeah.
past
Can we skip
trial.
this?
If you can figure out
who done it,
who
or
done
see
it,
punishment, get the
I'll
wrong
punish
one, punish
everyone
everyone.
besides
I don't wanna
the
hear him say it for the
blackened.
fucking
And the
5th
one
time.
that... Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Here we go then, baby.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Let's do it.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified
That is a
victim
good
is.
idea.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
You're looking at Kyoko right now, bro. Unless Kyoko and Mukura, the identities are mixed up. See, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm questioning. Were the identities mixed up and Kyoko is actually the one that's dead? It could be interesting. That, you know, let's keep going.
Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah.
No, that's a ghost.
That's a ghost, man.
But she has legs and stuff.
Ghosts don't have legs.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Fucking hero.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her is the piercing glare. I guess the gloves, because she had no gloves on her hands.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
I do.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
True.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to own somebody. What are we starting off with? We're starting off with... Okay. Tattoo on the right hand, exploded body analysis, fake names. Okay, well, let's see what they got to say first.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Nuh-uh.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Uh-huh.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Wow, that was it, huh? Okay. I know that body is Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. Alright, let me go through it again.
Kyoko there is just...
What was it that they said?
Prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Dead body wasn't
They
wearing
got
gloves.
burnt up in the explosion.
That's true.
Then
So
she
the,
was
so the
wearing
false
gloves?
one
Well,
is the one
yeah,
Hero
she
said.
must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse
Must
is
have been wearing
absolutely
gloves.
Kyoko.
This
Exploded
entire
body
discussion is
analysis, I
idiotic.
guess? We could go with that.
That
I don't know.
Okay,
I feel like the
prove
nails
it.
and the tattoo
Prove
don't
she's not a
prove anything.
ghost.
It's the fact
The
that
dead body
we
was...
They got
examined
burnt
it
up
and there
in
was
the
no gloves.
She
So
was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been
let's just go
wearing
with that.
gloves.
Nailed it? Nope. Huh.
Shoot,
You definitely are the one, but I don't know.
that Kyoko there is
Fake
just
nails?
a ghost.
I guess it's the tattoo because the nails stick through the gloves. Alright, it's gotta be the
The
tattoo.
dead body was...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing
The tattoo
gloves.
was first
Yeah,
inclination, yes.
she must have
But I
been
thought
wearing
maybe just the
gloves.
analysis would be like, hey, there's no gloves. Wait, what? Really?
Shit!
Really? The fake nails then?
That Kyoko
Oh,
there is just
fake
a
nails would
ghost.
mean you can't wear gloves. I was thinking like fingerless gloves, but no, I'm stupid.
Prove she's not
If
a
the gloves
ghost.
go over the fingers, then you're not gonna wear gloves with long ass nails. Sorry. Okay, sorry. That was dumb. That was dumb. There it is. Sorry. I wasn't thinking of it. For some reason, I was thinking fingerless gloves. Don't ask me why. For some reason, I don't remember the gloves that Kyoko's
No,
actually wearing.
There's
Should have
no
been paying
way
attention.
the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Pretty weird,
Jeez,
bro.
man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
They would totally wear gloves over their fake ass nails.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom
Okay, yeah,
made
they
to
do
the
cover
size
her
of my
whole hands. I'm
hands
just
to
an
make sure
idiot.
they don't interfere with my daily life.
That's what I get for not paying attention, like closely enough to the fact that her hands are completely covered. Anyway, they're custom made for the size of her hands. Okay,
if I
cool.
wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
And if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Okay,
It should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
but Hero needed convincing.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Yeah, and I've been fucking it up myself too because of my idiotic use of evidence. My bad. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here, or from there. Well then, here we go. Let's see if anybody's got anything that helps us clear anything up. Sprinklers, exploded body, tattoo. Alright.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then
Yeah.
who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition,
Uh-huh.
and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Uh-huh.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I guess the tattoo on the right hand is the only thing we have, and I'm gonna go with what Aoi said. That was on the victim's own body. So the tattoo,
Kyoko really is still
and
who died?
it's this one, because the one that Toko said
The face was,
had nothing
and
to
there
do with
wasn't any
scorched beyond
description.
recognition.
Oh,
That's
if we
true.
can't
This is the part that's
identify the
not
body.
entirely true. Because we have a tattoo, baby. Alright, we did it. Break.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
For real?
You're lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
What the hell? Why? What the fuck, Hero?
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
No.
That's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Yeah, dumbass.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. The other information we have is the stuff about, this one. Apparently a member of Fenrir's. Yeah, this one, I believe. Probably this one.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusawa belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh, am I gonna have to do a hangman here? Yup. Wolf? Is it gonna just be Wolf? I guess it's just Wolf. Wow, the hardest one ever. Nope, sorry, W. And then an F. And we're done. Easy. Easy, yo.
Now I understand.
Easy. 2 E's. Wolfie.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf. He's the child of the trickster god Loki. And a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermind idea.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair.
There
in the
you
first
go.
place.
There you go.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Why did Kyoko call her the ultimate despair then? That's what I want to know.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Uh-huh.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Exactly.
Who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brain!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been
Nope.
hiding all along!
Incorrect.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there could only be two suspects. Me and Kyoko. Yup.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
I was thinking the same thing because remember what I said last time. Because the body wasn't there does not mean you weren't killed before that. And I want to put that into perspective. Because that is going to matter here. And it may mean that one of these other people actually killed Mukuro.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
What time was the body discovered? About 9 o'clock, bruh.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
And you know what just also occurred to me about that situation right there? Byakuya is the one that sent Toko to go get the pickaxe, knowing that she probably would see the blood and freak out and turn into Suicide or Genocide Jack. I wonder if that was part of his plan too. I'm starting to really suspect Byakuya on this case. You heard me at the end of last episode. I already thought he could be a possible suspect here, just like I thought he was back on the second case, for all the same reasons pretty much. He's pointing us one way when it's really him. I'm really curious to see. Anyway, so between 10 at night and 9 in the morning, that's a big ass fucking window, sir.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun, son. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay. Prove when the body ended up in the garden. Well, the sprinklers are just about the only thing that can prove that. Pretty sure.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now
So I'm
would
guessing
be
the sprinklers at 7:30. Wait, if I would have went to the garden at 7:30, then I'd be all wet. Wait, no, wait. The sprinklers go off at 7 or 7:30? Shit, hold on. They go off at 7. Yeah. Anyway, let me just
We've established
throw
a
the
time
sprinklers
frame
on
for the
her
murder.
thing.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock.
Let me just throw the sprinklers at her 7:30 line. Easy, easy. No, what? Wait, what?
Shoot!
There must be a contradiction in there. Wait, what?
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Does it have to do with the body analysis? Because the body was wet and the bottom half is dry? And then the sprinklers will prove that?
It took
Maybe
place
that's
somewhere
why?
between 10 o'clock
What's my other
at
thing?
night
Fragments near the dead body? Yeah, that has
and
nothing
9
to do with
o'clock
it.
in the morning.
Yep,
Okay.
and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of
I
that
guess
time.
we'll just go with that then.
7:30.
No? What? Oh! 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 Wait.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for
Yeah.
From 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yeah. The sprinklers. What the fuck? There's something that happens every morning. At 7.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock
I'm
at
confused as to why this didn't work.
night and 9 o'clock in the morning. Yep.
And Makoto does.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit. So Makoto.
What the fuck? I'm so confused. What does it say on the sprinklers? Yeah, they go off at 7:30. Yeah, if it was in there before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. So what the fuck? Do I say something to the sprinklers at 10 p.m.? I'm confused!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Is that what?
No, it's wrong.
I'm confused.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30...
Oh, what we're saying? Okay. Sorry. Here I am trying to establish... I'm ahead of myself. Here's why I'm thinking too far ahead. We haven't established that the body wasn't there before. You know what I mean? Like we're still running on the assumption that the body was there the whole time after it was killed. You know what I mean? That's the assumption we're running on. That's why I got like confused, because I'm already 10 steps ahead on that, or at least 2 steps ahead on that I know that the body wasn't there originally. But we have to get there first. So I have to take into account we're not up that detail yet. Right now we're just proving that nobody was killed in there before 7:30. Wait, no. Whatever. Nobody was killed in there. That's all I'm trying to say. If they were killed there and left there, it didn't happen before 7:30.
Then it should have been completely soaked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
What? This part?
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Come on, man.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Incorrect.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent
Bitch,
words?
I didn't say that. You did.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Good Lord, this girl.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Hiya. Okay. Should be an easy one. Moment of truth. Oh, fuck. We're playing this game? Okay.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! How can you say it wasn't
I don't have
the
multiple
sprinkler?
choices here,
should
so this is
prove
all
it.
we have. Owned. Too easy, Toko. Too easy.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
I poured water on that bitch. She was on fire.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Uh-huh.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi? Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Here we go.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Thank you. Because even I'm like, come on, man. Can we get to the part where the body wasn't there at 7:30? For, like, the body basically wasn't there. God damn it. Somebody put it there.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
There you go. A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been? Easy.
I got it!
Nailed it.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
How do you know?
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
That's what I was thinking, because that means the tarp got rained on.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Uh-oh. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. And tarp. If it was used that the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? Then why is it not bloody at all? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, it's going to help us lead to the fact that the body wasn't there. God damn it. The body before the explosion, that's probably going to end up being what we need. Most likely.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I remember the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Byakuya even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting any blood on us. Okay, well that's body before the explosion, so it's definitely going to be one of the things that Hero says, because he says all the things. Which thing does he say
That
then?
side was protected from the water.
Alright, I'm going to go with
Of course
the
it
third
didn't get dirty.
No? Huh. Remember the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Riku even warned us not to touch it. Wait, did I just miss? I think I
By
missed.
covering the body with the killer prevents
It didn't say anything. when I did
Was the
that.
spring, but the underside of it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
That's wrong.
Since it was facing down toward, of course it didn't get dirty.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
Nailed it. I just missed a shot last time. Got it. I was wondering, like, what the fuck? That should be right.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah, man. Super strange.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
True, true.
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Huh? Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Huh.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something
The Yakuya
like
did say,
that?
don't get any on you. Interesting.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
True.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, the chicken. Okay. They got blood from right there in the garden? Right, that must mean the chicken. The chicken. The chicken. They used chicken blood. I was wondering what the chicken meant. I didn't even think about the chicken being a detail that, like, mattered, but that actually makes sense.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Could have been.
What? Chicken blood?
Wow. This really is pointing to Byakuya
When I
super
checked
hard.
the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Can we just fucking finally say that the body must have not already been there?
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I wasn't really thinking about that, though, but that is true.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went
Uh-huh.
off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, Did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh, no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Oh, what a bitch.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The suspicion falls back on me again? But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. I mean, she's probably trying to solve this just as badly as he is, and she knows. She's got faith, Makoto. She knows you're gonna figure it out, bruh.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
You want 50-50 odds that you'll die? Or, you know, basically.
Oh!
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Super serious? Oh my god, tell me.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Uh-huh.
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
We all have.
That's what I thought when I first saw
This
it.
is only going to implicate
remembered.
Makoto more. More important, now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it? We're going to give it to Makoto. Ah, god damn it. Alright.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yup.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her. But the rest of it doesn't make any sense.
Very
Even if he did kill her, then the rest of it wouldn't make any sense, right? Unless somebody else helped him. But, yeah. Anyway.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
12,000? Let me reduce that a little bit for you. Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer! Because there's too much cover-up to beat me. If they just found the body in my room stabbed, maybe I can believe I did it, but no. Disguised, exploded, or fragments. I don't know. Let's see.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Uh-huh.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yes, it is.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Oh my god, shut your mouth, hero.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no
Supposedly.
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
So wait, we have to decide that the knife's the thing that killed her? Okay. We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. Okay. Body after the tarp was removed. Which means that when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body...
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Huh?
It's
Hold on. Body was burnt. I mean, no fire had to be too much because the uppercut was soaking wet. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Huh. Maybe the blow to the head is what actually killed her? I wonder. And the knife wasn't actually what killed her. But even then, that's not the thing that I can't use Monokuma
the
file.
same one we gave to
So
Makoto.
fragments near the body,
It really is, isn't it?
Sky's dead body. Let me look at that one real quick. I just got that one from the last point that we made. Let me read it. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been murdered. Okay. Okay. Has nothing to do with the knife, though.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
Fragments
that
near the
seals
dead
it.
body. Hold on, let me read that as well. Let me just make sure I know what it says. Charred debris would be noted that the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. Okay. Okay. I don't think it has anything to do with it either, the bomb.
Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Getting
right?
stabbed is what
So
killed
there's
her,
no
right?
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you want to
Okay,
cover.
so I only have 2 yellow spots here. I've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body. Does that prove that it happened after? Is that what that proves? Because the coat was placed on after, so therefore the knife went through the coat, and therefore the stab after the fact was like a extra unnecessary fucking stab. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Okay. There was a bunch of other sores or whatever all over the body. And also a blow to the head. I wonder... Wow, did they bleed this person out? Damn, that's fucked up if they did. Holy shit. Because I'm thinking like all those titanium arrows and the bloody duct tape. Like, what did they do to this person? Holy shit. Anyway, okay, so which means when the knife was thrust through the body, it was after the fact. Okay, so that actually matters. So maybe it is the dead. This one.
Dead body.
So
It's the same one we gave
yeah,
to
so it's gonna be
Makoto.
this. So that's the
Really is,
contradiction.
isn't
Is that the knife looks like it was stabbed into the body after all that
If he
happened.
did have
So
that
maybe the
knife
body wasn't even
before,
dead
then
until that
that
point.
seals it.
No, that
Makoto
can't
did
be
it.
true because then there would be a puddle of blood. No.
Because I had
Ignore
the
what I just
knife
said.
once,
The point is the
that
body wasn't there
automatically
originally, and
makes
that was
me
what
the
I'm trying to get
killer?
at still.
Well,
Because if it was, where's all the
getting
goddamn
stabbed is
blood?
what killed
It should
her,
be it.
right?
Hell yeah, nailed it, dude. Fucking nailed it. All right.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukula.
Here we go.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
There you go.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it.
Yup.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
The knife went through the
knife
coat.
had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Yup.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
There you go.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see right there in the goddamn Monokuma file. A single time. Right there, buddy. Right there.
I got it!
Get wrecked.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about
I forgot to read that shit. My bad.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Okay. Interesting.
Probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
I love that shot where fucking Toko's flying through the air. It's kind of hilarious.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like
Oh,
that?
we're gonna get to that now.
If you
Finally, are we?
bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown
Oh, here we
quantum
go.
particle cause an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Totally. Spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Yeah, Yeah, you heard her. You heard her.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Okay, there's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. And I guess this is the piece. Here we go. I got it, bruh.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Uh-huh.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Huh.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Huh. We'll see about that. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.